Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing more 20 minutes till dawn content, but with a different format. So as you can see here, there's a new map. It is the Temple that dropped in 8.0, which I believe came out 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago at the time of recording. With a new map, as you can see on the top left, that big frozen enemy, there's new enemies. There's also the order in which the enemies come out is different. So this map is a lot harder in my opinion. It's a lot closer quarters. Obviously there's walls, as you can see on the far right. The enemies can come in from out of bounds, but obviously you cannot travel out of bounds. And this new enemy, which you can see now, is much more difficult than the deer. It charges you like the deer does, but it doesn't do an animation to let you know that you need to dodge, and it shoots explosive guys outside of its mouth. So a lot of builds that you might think would do really well are really difficult in the Temple. Particularly anything that relies on summons, I think, is a lot harder to pull off, as the summons will hit the explosive guys that you're trying to just trigger to explode, and you might take damage where you don't want to take damage. I had this issue with the lightning bug that you can see that I'm currently using. Sometimes the lightning bug would hit enemies while I was not shooting, and that would cause me to take damage that I wouldn't need to take. Luckily, because I was playing Diamond, obviously taking damage isn't a big deal, and I was able to heal up pretty rapidly. Now, in addition to the big exploding guys and the new bosses, we got these homing guys. So they look like cultists. I stopped shooting this guy here so you can see the homing. The homing wraps all the way around. Like, I thought that it wouldn't be able to turn almost 180 and hit me, but it did. And then in addition to that, there's a new final occult boss. The final occult boss is Hastor, the new character. As you can see here, they spawn tentacles, and they shoot a ton of homing missiles. You can get stuck on them, as you saw there. So I got stuck on that shot and ended up hitting me twice instead of just once. But luckily, like I said, I'm playing Diamond, so the damage isn't a big deal. In fact, taking damage usually just makes Diamond stronger. So he also has that dive attack, which you just saw. And while you're fighting him, cultists spawn, so you get some crazy crossfire. So it's a lot more bullet helly. While you're playing him, the abilities that you get from playing him are on the screen now. So he spawns tentacles, and those tentacles, rate at which they spawn and how much damage you do are depending on the upgrades you have. The base is 30, but they go up to 60, and then they can attack quite a lot. I believe summon upgrades, such as summon attack speed, does affect the tentacles. But for the sake of this video, I was using a crossbow build. I don't think I did the crossbow build justice when I made the first video on it, because I was due to the fact of how rusty I was with it. But basically the idea behind the crossbow build is you want to get mini clip, which is on the screen now, and you get that from fanfire from the double shot tree, and fresh clip from the reload speed. I think it's quick hands is what it's called, tree. Then in addition to that, you want to try to get splinter as soon as you can, and the reason why you want splinter is just because it makes it where you can start doing elementals and like dark arts and things of that nature much more reliably. Kind of the focus of the build is anything that triggers on reloads you want, and anything that would make your base damage better obviously is going to work well, because you're going to have a ton of bullets from Splinter, from Fan of Fire, you're going to be reloading super quickly with mini clips. So Smite's really consistent, Fan of Fire is really consistent, things like Shatter are consistent. And once you get the Splinter ability, because you have very upgraded shots, you're going to be doing a lot of damage, and then they're going to put stasis effects on people. So you have a great crowd control. As you can see on the screen now, they added an outline feature under the options that gives you this white outline around all enemies. In addition to the new movement animations, I do feel that both of these things combined makes seeing way easier, which was one of my biggest complaints about the game, was the fact that it was kind of difficult to see enemies even if you could see full color. And then I was worried about people that might have sight deficiencies or color deficiencies really struggling with this game. Hopefully this will solve that issue for a lot of users, and I want to really thank the developers for thinking about that level of accessibility. They were already doing an incredible job with languages, and it just goes to show that they really think about the user experience, which is really important. All in all, I'm still loving 20 minutes till dawn. I've almost gotten every achievement in the game. I just have two left, and then I'll be done and finished until another big update comes out. So if you want more content about 20 minutes till dawn, either unique builds or just news about the game and where it's at, let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.